Hey everybody, this is Todd and Barnett. I know I look like crap today. This is me trying out my first bid, my first live stream thing on Facebook here. So, how you doing, everybody? What's going on? What's up? Anybody on my Facebook profile can watch this. That's really cool. So I hope people do when they see me. Well, let me point out that we've got a lot of great people here. I'm here, by the way, at the Tim Hortons parking lot here. I was trying to get some coffee. I went to Kroger, took back some pop bottle refunds and whatnot. Here in Michigan, pop bottles are 10 cents, and you get 10 cents for every Coke or 20 ounce Coke or 20 ounce can of Pepsi or bottle, or even a 2-liter bottle, or anything that has 10 cents on it that Kroger sells, or even any other store here in the state sells. So it's pretty much about it. So that's what the 10 cents bottle refund here is on and whatnot. But that's not why I'm here tonight. Anybody who's watching, hello. Yep, that's me. I look like crap right now. I haven't exactly washed my hair in a couple of days or so I'm going to be working on that, shaving off the beard and everything, and look more like an awesome Petersen supporter, and a more appropriate one at that. I just want to point out something that Rebecca Feinler told me when she was doing her live stream, and I thought it was strange coming from her because, they were talking about the New York Giants, and they were talking about Barry Bonds, and I was pointing out that I'm not a fan of the Lions and the Tigers here in Michigan. I've been to the games, but I've never been a huge fan of the Lions because they actually suck. Yes, they do. They suck balls. And for anybody who thinks that, this is what happens, so I just want to talk about some things before we get into the main subjects here. My thing is, she said that, usually you talk about things you are a fan of, but not things you aren't a fan of. And I thought that was okay. And so I said, I'm a big Red Wings fan. She goes, I'm not a Red Wings fan. She said, I'm not into hockey. I'm like, okay, so much for that one. And then what happened was, this is going to be funny. I said, well, you're a positive person. And she goes, well, I'm not positive at all, Todd. I'm pessimistic, but I'm happy. I don't get it, right? So, whatever works for you, I guess. Okay, so, all right. Cool enough with me. Anyway, I just wanted to give that out for a little bit before I go into the main subjects and everything. I just want to point out some things about the presidential race, specifically the Libertarian race. Last weekend was the Michigan Libertarian Party's state convention. I've heard some mixed things that were happening at the convention. Some people were, for better or worse, I guess, for the most part, you have a bunch of people that were not so happy with what was going on, at the state convention, but then there were people who were happy with what went on, with some parts of the other business. Austin Petersen was there. He requested 5 minutes because it was around the dinner time that other candidates were supposed to lock in their thoughts and whatnot. And what happened was, Austin said to me in private that the Gary Johnson supporters wouldn't extend him 5 minutes that he requested. And a bunch of people were really pissed off about that. So was my state chair, Kim McCurry. She was very pissed off from what I hear. And I'm like, well, the other candidates got some speaking time. Why wouldn't they allow Austin any speaking time? I mean, what the hell? Right? I guess, right? So, I guess what happened was that Austin did not get his speaking time, and he had to fly out of Michigan by 3 o'clock, and he had so much going on and whatnot. And, he had to make it to his next itinerary location. He had to go for another event out of state. But it's just, what really kind of pisses me off is, you've got a number of libertarians who would have listened to his case as to why they should vote for him at the National Convention. And my thing is, okay, they should have listened. Hi, Connie. Thank you for joining us. That's awesome that you're joining in. And what I don't understand is, why are Gary Johnson supporters, refusing to have Austin Petersen at the, oh boy, some interesting stuff is happening as we speak here. And some traffic here in the parking lot. Anyway, so I get distracted easily sometimes. What happened was, the Gary Johnson supporters were stopping Austin from, getting the word out and everything. And my argument was, why the hell are they denying Austin Petersen, who is a Libertarian Party presidential candidate? And you can find his campaign site at www.austinpetersen2016.com. Why are they denying him a chance to speak for 5 minutes to the other delegates? It's not like he was asking for 40 minutes. It's not like he was asking for 2 hours or 4 hours. He was just asking for 5. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minutes, right? So I just don't get it. There's a new state board elected. Bill Gyllenhaal is the new state chair. Kim McCurry, who was our state chair, is now our state vice chair. Jeff Wood, who was the vice chair, is now an at-large director, and he is supporting Gerald W Perry's presidential campaign. And Gerald W Perry, I've known him for a number of years. He and I had a fallout. It's a long story, but suffices to say, it's not something I want to get into. He wants to abolish the federal government, and he'll only accept bitcoins as a donation. So, go figure. And also, that's pretty much about it. What happened at the state convention? I hear it was filmed. If I can get a hold of that footage, I wish I was at the state convention. I would have filmed it. But, let's see what happens, Anybody who's wanting to tune into the live broadcast, tell people, hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm here to talk about Austin Petersen. He's my next part of the subject. I am so fucking stoked about this guy. I mean, I can't believe that Austin Petersen is running for president. Booyah! I mean, this guy is everything that you expected from him. And he's great. He's awesome. He's a constitutionalist. Yes, he's pro-life. I'm pro-choice, but I can see his argument, because I was a pro-lifer myself, but I'm back to being pro-choice. But something, I respect the guy. He's an atheist. I'm not. I'm a person of an alternative religious faith. I'm very open about that. I'm a practicing Wiccan myself. He's pro-life. I'm pro-choice. We have our differences and whatnot. But he's a nice guy. And I like Austin Petersen. And he's running on a number of great issues. If people would vote for the dude in Florida at the Orlando National Convention, if they vote for the dude, I will tell you right now, he is great. I hope they get him. John McAfee may be withdrawing at the convention. I can't go into details about that. But the key words are may, and you'll have to figure the rest out. Gary Johnson's in trouble. He owes more than $1.7 million in debt. He's $1.7 million in debt. That's what I'm trying to get across. And he owes over $332,000 to FEC because he didn't qualify for federal matching funds. So if this is something that you want to do, I say, that's fine, but you ain't going to get anything out of this. So I'm telling you people, Austin Petersen is an awesome guy, and he should be supported. Austin Petersen for president. I'm a Liberty Ninja. AP for LP. His at AP for LP on Twitter. Go to austinpetersen2016.com. Support the guy. Go ahead and do something incredible. Do something. If you don't want Donald Trump, if you don't want Hillary Clinton, if you don't want Bernie Sanders, go for that dude. Okay? Go for it. Go for it, man. What do you have left to lose? So anyway, if you have any questions or anybody, please ask away. I'll take questions right now before I go. So if you got any questions, go for it. So my 15 minutes are basically up on this. So go ahead and tell me what is it you'd like to know. So Anybody? How about you, Connie? How you doing? You're really quiet, Connie. How about the other 3 viewers who are watching? You got any questions or anything? And tell me, what is it you want to know? Okay. Well, I'm going to stop it right here for now. Unless anybody's got any questions, if anybody has anything, just post them on my board. Just let me know what you think. Let me know what you are into, what you want to talk about. We can talk about just about anything. I don't care. Hell, we can talk about the weather for all I care. So let's make it happen. So, ta-ta. Bye now.